I'm Sonia Miller, and I'm a creative. Travel with me throughout the beautiful Laurel Highlands. I'm looking for other makers, people who use their imagination to bring to life an idea, product, or who are creating something that's just plain cool. Let's find and meet them together. Join me as I share their stories.
Hey everyone, it's Sonia Miller coming to you from Connellsville, and we are getting ready to meet a local creative who, get this, he's just gotten out of school classes for the day. Yes, he's 17 years old, and you're not going to believe this, but he's had his business since he was 12 years old. Are you ready to meet him? I am. Let's go.
Introducing Netflix on EXP. Now all of your favorite Netflix original series are available at the push of a button. Plus, EXP can search for movies and programs across TV, on demand, and now Netflix. EXP from Armstrong. This changes everything.
What was that? That was awesome!
Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate it.
So you call this work?
Call this work, but more fun. So more fun than anything.
Well, I was really getting into your job.
Yeah, well, it's a fun job. Maybe you should try it out sometime.
I think I might, maybe today.
All right, cool.
So before we go any further, please, because I told everybody that you're in school, that, you know, you've got a rocking kind of a thing going on right now, but please introduce yourself. Tell us your friend.
My name is Macaulay. My name is Macaulay Jones, and this is my friend Jake Kern.
Very, very nice to meet you, Jake.
Nice
yeah, and thank you for taking the time to talk with us today.
Very much. Thank you.
So, oh my gosh. So I told our viewers that you're a creative thinker that really started your business when you were 12 years old.
12 years old, that's when it all started. And then it evolved from there.
So fast forward, this is the future.
This is the future, yes.
Okay, so how did you even begin to get into this world of music?
Honestly, it's been my life. Music's been around me for like since I was born, honestly, because I think it was probably when I was 6 years old, my dad bought his first set of drums, and he bought them for me to start playing, and then he started playing, and he got into a band, and then I'm thinking, wow, this is cool. So I've been around like rock music, up to hip hop music, up to like the top 40 music, whatever kind of music, I've heard it all. And then eventually, I was just around music. I played guitar, played drums, tried to play keyboard and piano. That never worked, so I stayed away from that. And then finally saw a DJ at a party one time. I was thinking, wow, that'd be cool. I was 11 or 12 at the time. I started right after that. I saw the DJ. I'm thinking, wow, I'm going to do that. So I went home, talked to my mom, and said, hey, can you help me out a little bit? I want to get just some speakers and like something small to get started. And then took off. So I just started doing little parties. My first party was like maybe a 12th birthday party or something like that. For like, it was just I don't know. It was just very, I don't know. It was fun. So it just took off from there. So
most kids, of course, you know, when you think about party, they want to be on the dance floor. They want to be where it's happening. But you kind of work behind the scenes and make it happen for people now.
Yeah,
you like that role?
Yeah, I love it because there's a lot more than just playing music and hitting buttons. You have to actually read the crowd and read the people's emotions and how they like the music, and then you have to know what to play. It's hard to keep a dance floor packed, believe it or not, but there's a lot more that goes into it than pushing buttons and playing music. So.
Yeah, because everybody has their own style of music,
right? Yeah, you
right?
just have to be able to read the crowd.
And music is important for any event. You got to have music. That's like one of the key ingredients, right, for a good time.
Music and DJs everywhere you go.
So when you first started, you were 12 years old. Your mom got you a kit, speakers, whatever you needed to begin. Mm-hmm. Do you remember the first time? You said you remember somewhat of the party.
Yeah.
Did you fall in love with it? Was it like instantaneous? Oh, this is where I need to be.
Yeah, it was a really cool experience because I was like in the stage of like, what should I do? I want to do something cool. I want to start young. I want to get it going right now because I'm not patient. I wish I was more patient, but in a way I'm kind of like thankful for it because I tend to get things done quicker just because I want it now. But I saw the DJ at the party. I'm thinking, wow, that's cool. I want to do that. And then I talked to him, and then we're good friends up to today. So I just started from there.
Wow. Any particular blend of music? Like, do you keep a lot? I guess you have to, right?
I have like 6,000 or 7,000 songs. For a DJ, that's not a lot, but what I use is like the music I have is like the music that people want to hear. So, I mean, there's a wide variety.
So you combined your love of music with business. How did that even happen? I mean, there's one thing to love what you do and take it from a hobby to a business, but how did you even like make that connection?
That was one of the things I had to keep in mind when I was looking for something when I was 12. Like, what should I do? And my parents had always told me, my parents said, find something you love and stick with it, and then eventually you can push it into a business or do something like that. And then that's what happened. I originally just started DJing, playing music, and just figuring everything out. And then eventually, hey, do you want to DJ? People were asking, do you want me to DJ, or do you want to DJ my party? And I was like, yeah, that'd be cool. And then just that's how it became a business, and then eventually started getting into weddings, and then I'm really pushing to get into clubs now because I'm 17, going to be 18. It's hard to get in any clubs when you're underage. So that's my next
territory,
journey.
Right?
Yeah, it is.
The next big thing for a whole other population of people.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's really cool.
I'm excited. I'm excited
for
the future.
Yeah, they say that if you love what you do, you never have to work a day in your life.
Yeah, that's true.
So this is
some
what you're
people call it
aiming for,
work,
right?
and I just call it fun. And I don't know. It's great.
Well, talking about fun, we saw you having a little bit of fun when we came in.
Absolutely.
So I'm assuming that this studio, like, how long have you had a studio place? Because not only now do you have the kit to begin what you need to do, now it's morphed into this. Tell me about this place.
Yeah, well, it all started, like, I was just in my room with speakers and stuff and thinking, it'd be cool. I don't want to, because I would be waking up my parents at night playing music and stuff, and then years later, it turned into, I'd like to be able to record someone, be able to record music, and then it started as something just right into my laptop, and I'm thinking, it just started growing from there. I finally had a little setup outside of this studio, just in like a corner somewhere. And then finally, like, me and my dad were thinking, wow, it'd be really cool to actually have a dedicated space for a studio. And then it was only like, I think November of 2016, we started putting it together. It was only a few months ago. It wasn't too long. It was probably 3 or 4 months ago, I'm thinking. And then this is what we built out of that. And then it's just a great place to come in and do all my musical things.
And to really get in, yes. So you came home from school today.
Yep.
So is this your usual routine? You come home from school. Are you guys in the same grade?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool. So you hang out. I'm assuming you love music too.
Yeah.
Yeah? And you help him when he goes out and does his DJ gigs?
I've been helping him over the last few months here, just helping DJ whenever he needs help or whatever. Just go out and help him and just hang out, and it's just a lot of fun to do it.
Yeah, to have fun, be a support, right?
Yep.
Plus you need somebody. Somebody needs somebody to help them with all the stuff, right? There's a lot of stuff in here, a lot of wires.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming you've got to be pretty technically savvy as well to do something like this.
Over time, it just happens over time. People see me working on computers and doing stuff, and they always ask me to fix it, and I'm just like, well, it just happens. And they're like, how do you know that? I don't know. Just after you play with stuff for so long, you kind of just just know everything
and you
about
become
that.
the expert, right?
Yeah, you try to be.
Consistency, you try to be.
Not know everything. But
So are you always learning? Like, are you somebody who, like this day and age, this is going to be really inspiring for anybody out there who's watching, that might even have a love of music, whatever way they decide to go. But right now, we live in an age, of course, where you can go online. So are you somebody that's always studying? Like, are you on YouTube? Do you take any courses, anything like that to kind of further your education?
Well, it's a lot of just watching YouTube videos. That's how I started, just learning everything was just YouTube and then the internet. You can find anything on the internet. And some people were better learners with like someone teaching them, but I kind of like to be on my own and then figure it out myself because I feel like I can learn more in a way.
Like he can figure something out, and he can just look it up or whatever, and just teach himself. That's what he's done the whole time.
Yeah, and there's a big DJ school in New York City that I took a course in.
You went to DJ school in New York City?
Yeah. It's called.
Serious.
It's called the Scratch DJ Academy, and that's where Run DMC founded it. Run DMC, the main the DJ, Jam Master Jay, I believe. I could be wrong on that, but he's the one that owns this the academy. And we were in town in New York, and I'm thinking, well, I got to do that because that'd be cool. And then I don't know, there's just so much cool stuff out there you can do.
So is this where you learn to do a lot of what we saw in the beginnings, a lot of the, what's it called? Teach
scratching.
me here.
It's called
scratching.
Yeah. The main things for DJing, like the terms you might hear is mixing, scratching, beat matching, and juggling and stuff. You hear those terms, and that's just, I can show you later on.
Can you show us?
Yeah,
Let's do it now. Yeah, this is a good time. Let's do it.
Cool. It's called a beat juggle. do like that or something.
That is definitely called a juggle, because I don't know what you
Yeah.
were doing there. You were juggling a lot of stuff. Like,
So-
how do you even do that without missing the buttons that you need to hit?
Oh, it's just over time, just like everything. But once you get the certain feel for it and just know where everything's at on here, you can just kind of just do it with your eyes closed and just.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so the music that you have on here,
Yeah.
from a DJ point of view, is this like songs that I would have on my iPhone, my iPod, or are they made a certain way for a DJ to be able to interlock them?
Honestly, there's a few different ways you can have music, and then you probably have iTunes if you have an iPhone. You know what iTunes is at least. So I get my music off of there. It's just like every song you hear on the radio, or at least most of the music you hear on the radio, unless it's like a mix show or with a DJ or something. And then the other version, they have versions where they have like an intro on them. I'll show you what an intro is. An intro is it has the actual song, and then it has like an intro onto it, so you can mix it together and then have it like perfect transitions in a way. And this, it kind of just sounds like a normal beat. It has the flavor of the song. It's kind of there. You can kind of tell what song it is. And then it just does that for so long, and then it goes into the song like right up here. Does that, and then goes into it. This is how we do it. So that's what an intro would be.
Wow. So how do you just stand here and like not be dancing? And like, you know,
It's
bust in
tough
the move?
sometimes.
That's a skill right there.
Yes. So
Keep her
yeah,
cool.
you could be like the dancing DJ. That could be a
Yeah.
whole new thing for you guys, you know?
He can be the dancer. I'm going to focus right here.
So what does it feel like up there? I mean, describe it for me. When you are sitting behind master control here,
Yeah.
and there's people, they're celebrating a great day, and they're
Yeah.
out there on the dance floor, and you've got total control. I mean, do you get a high off that?
Yeah,
Tell me how you
honestly, I do
feel.
get a high off of that in a way. It's just like, you're thinking, okay, this is cool. This is cool what I'm doing here. It's like really gets you. This is really cool. And then everything you do is just kind of affecting what they do. And you don't want to mess up and play like the wrong song.
Yeah.
And it kind of you just have to keep them going. It's like a fun game in a way, I guess.
Trying
you
to
can
figure
say.
out, right, the
Yeah.
psychology of what
Yeah,
does
it's
my
like a
crowd
puzzle.
want.
It's like a puzzle.
Wow, what was the biggest thing when you went to actual DJ school in New York that you learned what was your biggest takeaway that you never
The
knew?
biggest takeaway was like just learning some methods for scratching and how to use the crossfader and how to use your fingers to do it that way. And just meeting, I think actually being there and meeting the people there was probably the coolest thing. Because I met a few famous DJs, a few famous producers. I'm thinking, wow, this is the atmosphere I want to be in. It's just around these kind of people, and it was a lot of fun.
Very high energy,
Yeah.
I'm sure. It probably flew by for you, right?
Yeah. Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm seeing lots of names like Justin Bieber, Katy Perry, Will Smith. Is that your usual, like, do you have are you always adding more music, or is that
Always,
your
all the
classics?
time. I'm a part of record pools where you pay monthly, and then you go on, you can download as much music as you want and from these websites, and it has all the special versions of it, and then it just has the newest music. Like the newest music before you even hear it anywhere. Like you can get a song in there that you'll be hearing on the radio every day, like 3 months in advance. That's what's really cool about it. You get the newest music before anyone else.
So now I'm seeing behind me that you have some editing screens.
Yeah.
Do you ever edit music before you actually go out on the dance floor and it's all put together, or are you totally doing this raw and doing the mixes out there?
It depends. I usually, maybe once a month, or maybe probably 3 or 4 times a month now I think about it, I will go in just to this software on the computer, might have it up there too. I'll just organize everything. I'll organize, like you can see here I have urban music, which is kind of like rap music, rock, top 20. I just have it all organized to where I can just, I want this song, I know where to go to get it. And it's just have it all in order, have all these different genres.
So when and why would we find you editing as we turn around and we see this really cool curved screen behind us?
Yeah, well, this is like a separate thing. It's like you hear DJ producer a lot, and then this is where the producer side of it comes in. I make a lot of beats, I record bands and do all that kind of stuff on this side of the studio.
Okay, so show me what you do here.
Basically, it all starts, and I love making beats, so it all starts with a beat, and then that's everything you listen to. Everything is music has a beat behind it, and I'm kind of like the behind the scenes kind of guy with everything. I try to do all the little like stuff that no one sees, and then it falls under making beats, and then it basically just starts off with one sound that you like, and I'm going to show you here. This sound right here is a harp, and then what I'll do is I'll go into here on the keyboard here, and then I'll just find the melody. Find like the right pattern, like whatever I want, and then you just find what the sound is, and then you just throw on the metronome, and you throw in. It's called a four bar loop, and then you just get this loop going until you get that sound, and then once you get the sound you like, sometimes the next thing I would do, I would layer it so it gives it a fuller sound behind it. and really brings it out more. The next thing I would do is, I usually start, once I get the melody down, I'll put the drums down, and then the drums, I usually start off with a hi-hat. So what a hi-hat sounds like is something like this.
Yeah, I can hear that.
And it'll bring it in like that, and then you can always bring in some bass.
So you are creating your own music.
Yeah, absolutely, that's what it is. People play guitar, some people play drums, and I play a little bit of both, but this is where I really love to spend my time, is just throwing together beats here.
Wow. So what's your, if you had your preference, where would you rather be? Behind the DJ booth or right here making music? Or is it kind of like equal right now?
It's kind of equal right now. I'm farther behind in producing and making beats and stuff like this than I am with DJing. So DJing is probably always going to be the #1 priority in what I do. And the second, I'm definitely going to be I want to be like the mega producer eventually. Like that's what I want to be. Like,
so do you invite like local people that are talented musically to come in and be able to?
I get a lot of
here to your
rappers in
studio?
here. There's a lot of people.
A lot of rappers?
Yeah, a lot of rappers, believe it or not. Huh. And then I've had a few kids come from Pittsburgh down to here, and then just all around people want to come in. And then I've recorded my dad's band a few times, Whiskey 101, I've recorded them. And then it's just still new to me, so I'm just trying to get everything figured out still, and then I want to start pushing to get more people in here to record.
So how do you keep it all going? School, grade 11, studies?
Yeah, it's
the responsibility and what you love to do. How do you keep it all?
It's tough. It's tough at some points because some nights I want to be sitting in the studio on like a Sunday night until like 12 o'clock, and then I realize I'm not gonna be able to get up for school, so I gotta go in, and then I'm like feel like I'm missing out on what I like really love. So, but I'm lucky enough at my school, they have a studio built into the school where I can go in there and do everything that I do here pretty much. And then when I get home from school, I'll come down here and do whatever homework, and then spend most of my time doing everything that I love to do, DJing and making beats and all that good stuff.
Well, last question. Anything, any words of advice for anybody out there right now that might be watching, whether they're young or old, right? Because it goes to show you can start a business at any point in your life,
Absolutely.
Whether you're in school, out of school, whatever. Any words of wisdom or advice for following your passions?
Whatever you do, find something you love and just don't give up. That's the big thing. There's plenty of like letdowns and stuff. You're gonna get people telling you you can't do this, you can't do that. You have to do it. Block them out, and then find a good group of friends that support you, and then block everyone else out. And then keep everyone close. But the main thing is to push and don't give up, and just keep doing you, and one day you're gonna make it.
I like that.
So,
just keep being you.
I'm still
keep
trying.
doing
You
you,
just gotta
right?
keep doing. You gotta keep pushing. Gotta
That's
practice.
Cool. Well, we're gonna get out of your hair so you're off school right now, so you can use your time to get back into your music. So we won't take up too much of your time today. But I do feel after meeting you that I'm not your mom, but I'm really proud of you. I want you to know that. Okay.
Thank you very much.
And I definitely think you're somebody that old saying of you dance to your own beat, you live to your own beat. So
Absolutely.
you keep doing what you're doing.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you. Okay. So,
You gotta get into it, right?
first off, you gotta dance. You gotta get your head
You
into
feel
it.
in your knees?
You
What do
gotta
you have to
feel
do
it. You
here?
gotta feel it in your
Okay,
whole body first.
Yeah.
And then you got the beat going. It's on a loop right now, so it's gonna go and forever. So, and then you have to count. So, 1, 2. Everything's in 4s, and it can be in 4s, 8, 16ths, and all that. But I try to keep it in 4s. So
I don't
1,
do math.
2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You get that going in your head, and then you just take it out to your arm here. Get it going. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. That's what I want you to try. That's just like the basic. They call that the baby scratch. Yeah, the baby scratch. It's just basically go with the beat. All right, give it a shot.
All right.
I'm just gonna bring this back here. You can put your hand right on there, and then
Okay.
when this line is at the top there, that means like right when it's at the top, that's when you're gonna hit the sound.
And the line is at the top.
Yep.
Okay. Good help me.
So you gotta get into it. You gotta put your head into it. There you go. You gotta move it up a little bit more until you get the sound. You're getting it. It takes practice.
Everybody off the dance floor. All right.
It took me 6 years.
Really? Oh my gosh.
It's a lot harder.
I see you. Okay. So you really got to get into like
Yeah. And then
into this, right?
that's the simple part of it. And then you got to throw in the crossfader. You get that going, and this pretty much tells it's like a mute in a way.
Okay. It makes it like garbled sound.
Yeah, it's like it chops it up. This is called the crab scratch right here. I don't know if you'll be able to do it, but you can try. We'll let you try. This is called the crab scratch.
Are you kidding me?
So you can try it.
Did I break it?
No, you're good. Just
All right.
go ahead. You put your hand down there and then just move that thing back and forth like crazy, like a crab. Yep. There you go. You're a professional.
Woohoo! Did I graduate from DJ school?
Not quite yet. You're getting there though. Give it a few more weeks.
That's awesome. So how long did you get to go to New York for? A couple weeks?
It was just
or-
for a few days, and it was only like I think it was 2 hour. It was a 2 hour class, and then I definitely want to go back and do it
Your
again.
brain just
Yeah.
exploded, right?
Yeah, it was
You were like,
wow,
I can't
this
wait
is
to
so
get home
cool.
and try it.
Yeah, I want to DJ in New York.
Love it, love it, love it. We'll be watching for you when you do.
Yeah.
We'll be like,
well,
we knew that guy.
I won't forget you.
Okay. When there's a knocking inside, sometimes you've just got to answer. I'm Sonia Miller. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Meet the Maker. Now, I'm about to hit the road. I'm looking for more creatives. And who knows, I might be coming to your neighborhood next.